And welcome to Procedure Counters, the Dungeons & Dragons campaign brought to you by Lich Souls Gaming. I'm your Dungeon Master, Michael, and we have an exciting session in store for you tonight. But before we get into all that, we have a few announcements to get through. First and foremost, hi! Happy New Year in 2025, the first session of the new year. It has been 7 days since the 1st of January, which we told you we would not be taking a break. And we're sorry for missing our pre-New Year finale because someone's motherboard got fried and had to wait a month to be fixed and stuff. But somewhere's motherboard got fried. But that's fixed now, so we're able to play Dungeons and Dragons. Hey, so
we're still mostly dead. Yay!
So you know we're gonna catch you all up on what happened 4 weeks ago and what happened in our D&D campaign, but we have a few announcements to get through, like I said. First and foremost, a lot of the music you'll be hearing tonight is brought to you by Midnight Syndicate. Midnight Syndicate is a music production group creating goth, horror, and fantasy RPG music that you'll be using at your table at home. For more information, go to midnightsyndicate.com or use the command in our Twitch chat, !midnight, if you need a clickable link, because that would be easier. Wow, amazing, such great music. You can watch your music videos on YouTube or use Spotify to listen to their music. You even ask your Amazon Alexa device to play Midnight Syndicate right now. So great, they're fantastic, great, and you know they have so many albums that you can choose from too. Like they have one that's dedicated to like an asylum vibe, a state asylum. They have one that's like a vampire masquerade kind of thing. Just a lot to go through, and they even have a Christmas album. It's like creepy Christmas music. It's fun. So we use that for our holiday one shots when we do those sometimes. A lot of the, if you look at our character right here, these character buffs, they were made by Jeremiah. Jeremiah is Aspen in this campaign, last campaign, and Aspen. He is shush. He's Diablo in this campaign. Spoiler. And you know you can join our Discord by using the command !Discord in our Twitch chat to commission him and message him and get like, you know, have that mutual server to reach out to him. And there is a command, lichsouls.com/discord is the link that you can go to if you're not in our Twitch chat and listening to us on our other streaming services, including our podcast, lichsouls.com/discord. So yes, let's see, I think that's it. That's everything we got here.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's 2025. That's nuts.
It is 2025. Canada is going to be the 51st state of America.
Stop it.
I can't wait to not have to import my poutine. I can just, you know, have it domestically. It's going to be great.
What would you do there? It'll get cold.
What? Never mind.
It would get cold. It'd be gross.
So grab your drinks, grab your snacks as we welcome you to our table. And here to tell us what happened last week in their very own words is not last session, their very own words is none other than Kremgaku.
I'm gonna say last week, it's more like 80 weeks ago at this point. Anyway, let's go. We begin our 2-day journey towards Ruebalon, a city deep within the mountain. During this time, I asked the professor about the wasteland, and Lorna brags of her great deeds helping and saving people. After what seems an age, we find ourselves in the outskirts of a very impressive trading city. With hustle and bustle all around us, I quickly scan the surroundings. Being in a new place makes me tense, and who knows how receptive this place is to newcomers. Seeing well-armored guards, I advise my sticky-fingered friends of their presence in hopes they don't find any trouble. Trying to find a place to stay for the night, we stumble across a tavern called Bulgrad's Bulging Barrel. Inside, we challenge some locals to a game of poker, where Talia wins big. Deciding not to push our luck, the group fizzles out for the night for some much-needed rest. On awakening for the next day, we decide to spend some of our coin on some enchanted cloaks and rings. Valerie, noticing the gentleman doesn't seem all there, convinces him to give us 20 gold back. The shopping is cut short as we enter the street to total panic. I try to look around to see what is the cause, but can't catch a glimpse of anything before Veryl's zombie-like dwarves begin to rush us. A gruesome battle ensues where Diablo becomes infected. Others begin to take damage as Valerie and Naoki also become infected. The fight takes a lot out of us, but we manage to fend them off. After the fight, we seem to be able to fight off these infections, but who knows if they have any side effects. Before we even get a chance to breathe, we are taken by guards for questioning.
And that is where we left off. So, the party is being led through the streets of Ruebalon, the dwarven city that is at the crossroads in the middle of Silveria here in Naoki. Without putting up a fuss, you are brought to the barracks of the Dwarven Guard. The Dwarven masks are the sort of orangish bronze armors with a face that is kind of like, think of it as a Greek or Macedonian funeral mask, where it's like made in their likeness, put over their face, that sort of thing. That comes together and then separates down the middle when they need to show their faces to whoever might be speaking to them in a less formal situation. For the most part, these guards like to use war hammers or glaives that are about the full size of their 4 foot to 5 foot stature. And it was established that the guards trust that you were not responsible for this attack, that you didn't really fought them off. Emelyne did not have her reawakened body when the guards came.
And Valerie had a 29 persuasion check.
Exactly. So you're not like treated as hostiles. They basically just want to ascertain what happened in the situation. You're brought in, and there is a woman dwarf with this black hair that has streaks of white and gray. She has some facial hair and resemblance of a beard with a number of medals woven into it to signify her rank and how many years of service she's had here. You can surmise that she's been a guard, now a captain of the guard, captain of this area of the city, for well over 200 years. She's been in service to the city of Ruebalon. She has these just bright ice blue eyes that just give a sense of authority as you look into them. But from the crow's eyes around her eyes, you can crow's feet around her eyes, you can get a sense that she smiles frequently, and she does so as she walks in. As you walk into her office, and you are gestured to sit in the chairs from the other side of the desk, as she kind of peers over, the desk is made from this beautiful single carved slab of marble with these emerald gemstones laid into it. She picks up a goblet, takes a long swig from it. A little bit of the whatever drink might be within kind of trickling past down the beard just a bit, and dwarven tradition. So I have been led to understand that there was an attack here in this city, and you managed to fight off whatever was going after our fair citizens before any real damage was done. Is this all correct?
That would be a good interpretation of the events that happened, yes. That would be, as we explained, to the guards.
I see. So, in your own words, what would you say happened?
But kind of, to put it simply, we were off shopping for some items, and we had no incidents in this lovely city of yours at the time. And as we exited out, there was a commotion, and it seemed some of your citizens were transforming into these twisted versions of themselves, what you would find for the evidence of the bodies there. they were not entirely certain what it was, if it was necromancy or some other form of corruption. But they were on a rampage, killing or trying to kill anything that approached them.
They had very brightly colored eyes, if I'm recalling correctly.
And if I may add, there was definitely no reasoning with them.
I'm sorry, but what do you mean by there was no reasoning with them?
Well, if you tried to communicate, there was like they didn't understand common anymore. They just attacked ravenously with like a hunger for death.
Like they were rabid animals, but yes.
If I were to guess, I would presume some kind of curse, but I'm not too well vised on the curses of this land.
And would you say that you are well versed with curses?
Not personally, but we've certainly fought a couple, as you would say, twisted, horrific monstrosities in some other locations, and you know, it does not behoove people like us to injure the innocent.
I see. Well, this is troubling indeed, and I imagine that you have not been in our city for long.
No, we traveled through the tunnels, and this was after our first night, as it were.
I will also say that the gods informed me prior to your arrival that you took care of some beasts outside our city gates as well prior to your arrival as well.
That'd be right.
With the assistance of a Lorna? Am I saying that correctly?
Lorna the sorceress?
Or is that the somebody else? I don't have my papers quite.
Lorna, the sorceress, yes, she did perform the final blow on one of the monsters in the combat.
I see.
But we have not seen her since we arrived in the city.
Well, this has all been very helpful, and I do appreciate you coming in and speaking with us. You all are free, and as she says this, goes to say this final word, the doors burst open, and in walks Professor Leorchid. Do not say a single word to her until you have your lawyers present. I dare say, my fair captain, that they are innocent, and I will not stand for this tomfoolery.
Professor, shut the hell up.
A little late, I think.
What do you mean, a little late?
We kind of cleared things up before you got here. There's no reason to do all this mumbo jumbo.
As they would say, the truth shall set you free, and there's nothing better than a good truth.
Oh, well, this is quite embarrassing, as I appear to be once again making an ass out of myself, as I say. Or the more well-known phrase, I have schnoggled myself. So, I will be waiting for you outside.
Of course.
Bro, it's so strange.
Yeah, so they say.
You kicked that door open pretty hard.
One follow-up question for you, Captain. Your rank is Captain, right?
Mm-hmm.
Last night I took a walk around the city just because I'm unaccustomed to being enclosed in much this way, and I noted one of your citizens appeared to have been pulled into a carriage in the night. I didn't make anything of it. But one of the dwarves we were fighting today was that same individual who was taken last night. Again, I thought maybe she was lost and somebody was picking her up. But I think maybe there may be more going on here than meets the eye.
I see. Well, I do not know how long you plan on staying here in Ruebalon, but you seem like you're capable people, and our guards are spread rather thin at the moment. Perhaps with a funding from the court, that you might be interested in looking into this for us.
I mean, we have a little bit of time to spare. I'm sure we can have a little look into this.
Don't see why not.
I apologize. My name is Captain Delia Emersy.
Could you repeat that?
Captain Delia Emersy. Captain Emersy. I will spell it in the PE chat.
That's very close to what I put.
All right, Captain Emersy, I think we might have a good partnership coming up.
Now, if the nature of these attackers is what you said that they are, I must emphasize that time is not something that we have on our side. If they were to appear somewhere else within the city and attack more citizens that are less fortified than yourselves, it could be a terrible onslaught before we know it, within days. I will speak to the court mage within the palace while you are looking into it. I recommend you return to the scene of which this attack happened to begin with. And like I said, I urge you to be very quick with your investigation and with the most haste that you can muster.
Have you ever had a threat like this before?
Not in memory that I have. I am nearing 400 years old, but no, this is not something that I am necessarily aware of. The city has seen its troubles, especially since the Tears of Two Mace, but nothing like this.
So no advice on what's best to hunt these people down?
I don't know if you can call them that anymore.
I mean, someone has to be creating them, no? That might still be a person.
That is up to you to find out, I guess.
Awesome. So you don't have any outstanding missing person cases by any chance that we might follow up on? That
People
could
go missing every now and then.
So no rash of missing persons, then okay. This was happening. Disappearances were happening in the last city we were in, and there was some creature that was experimenting on the citizens in the area. So I'm hoping it's not something similar here.
I would hope not.
You're not aware of any affliction impacting anyone? Plague potentially impacting those who are touched by death?
I would tell you that this is the first I've had of something of this nature, whether magical or purposely done. The most things that we have are fights of people who've been drinking too much that sometimes turn into little acts of violence, disorderly things, people not paying their fares.
Normal crime. Okay.
Correct.
Well, I think we have everything we need. If you would potentially pass that on to your court mage as well, but perhaps that little bit of information might help them in their investigation, even though this is very different from what we experienced in an area, but we did put an end to that as well.
I will also go to our temples and see if any of the high priests or priestesses there are aware of such a thing as well. With practice caution and practice haste. Thank you.
So we must expediently investigate this then, unless anyone has any questions for the captain.
I have no questions. I do have some ideas, though. But
okay.
Thank you, Captain.
Let's walk and talk then. Renatus is being quiet as always, so we'll stick with that.
Renatus has a tummy ache. He's back at the tavern. Bulging barrel.
Yeah. I just like... He's so quiet.
So are we heading back to the place that we were attacked?
Yeah. Did we have enough time to take a short rest?
We'll count this talk as a short rest. You may take your short rest.
Yeah.
Ooh. Awesome sauce.
It's been like 3 weeks. We're not taking a long rest in the first 20 minutes of the session.
Oh no, I wouldn't let you.
Why did it burn?
So yeah, I guess we make our way out while we can walk and roll dice, I guess.
Yes, and as we walk, Emelyne is very nervously smoking just a plain slim cigarette. And every now and then she'll offer it over to Diablo or Crom or Naoki. And everyone's reactions, I'm sure, differ.
No, thank you. I gotta keep my body a temple.
Yeah. I'm wondering, perhaps if we can't follow up on the missing persons cases, we could perhaps stage one of our own? I mean...
It was in the middle of the night while all of you were sleeping, so I would doubt that they would take people during the middle of the day.
I mean,
Yes.
we could always pretend Naoki is a distressless maiden in the middle of the night.
I mean, Naoki could definitely pretend to be a drunk person in the night.
Mm-hmm.
That too.
Pretend.
Definitely.
We could lie in
Well,
wait.
or if we sent Thalia, she could send her dragon to come get us and lead us.
Mm-hmm.
My dragon can literally only just walk. He can't do much else.
Why do you keep it? What is it for?
It was something that I collected when certain things happened to me. I will not go into much details, but his is now a pet.
It's not a pet?
It's
Is
my
it a
pet.
morsel? Oh.
It will grow bigger, I assume. It's not like a...
Yes, hopefully it will grow bigger.
Okay.
Fun.
Unfortunately, too small to fly right now. It will just bite. So watch your fingers.
How long will it take to grow?
Unfortunately, I cannot tell. It has its own speed of growing.
That's fast.
Typically 3 levels. Sorry.
Oh.
But certainly, if we are not successful finding any clues today, we could certainly fake a disappearance.
Or maybe not fake a disappearance, but like we were saying, set Naoki or someone up.
Well, I mean, I suspect they're only taking local citizens, but I am concerned. I mean, whoever is about to be taken, we will need to make sure we stop them immediately, because I would not want Naoki to be turned into one of those creatures.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll be fine.
Maybe just a little good luck charm would help. Little song.
A song? And I say, well, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But I mean, I was assuming you were going to say a bottle of whiskey.
As you cross
That
the
too.
bridge, currently overgoing an aqueduct here in the city, you return back to the market in which the attack happened. It was said that when you finished off these enemies, that their bodies begin to like dissolve into like this ash almost, and the bodies are currently being cleaned up, the ash being removed, the whitewashed stone being scrubbed, and at this point, what would you guys like to do?
Suppose we should check for any evidence. What do we think, Emelyne? Let's look for some potential markers, magical glyphs, anything like that might have triggered this, or...
Yeah, I would like to go ahead and do 3 levels of investigation, DM, or whatever roles you would like them to be. I'd like to make a general broad sweep for any particular clues. I would like to, secondly, look at the locations of where I remember the bodies being, quote unquote, even though they're obviously not there anymore. I don't know about the third and final investigation, but those are my first 2.
And Valerie will help her do this investigation.
So let's do a perception check with advantage to start, as you do a
Sick.
broad sweep over the area. So the area which you had this encounter, it was alleyways between buildings with crates and stuff here, and as you're looking around, you do see that there is a bunch of crates that have kind of been pushed aside, and inside there is a hole in the side of one of these buildings that it kind of gives you the vibe of a rat hole, or like a something like that, where like paths can come out, but large enough for these dwarves to come out of the area. And you go to the other one where the other group of dwarves, corrupted dwarves, came from, and there's one there as well, but this one is in the floor, kind of covered up by barrels, that sort of thing. Now, as for where the bodies were disintegrating, can I get an investigation check?
Yes. And I will go ahead and point this out to the group as well. Very interesting. Was this an ambush? And let me go ahead and roll again, because it's with advantage.
Yeah.
14.
14. Not much is here. There is a couple of dwarven guards that are kind of like sweeping up the area, like, getting rid of the ashes. It's just so disgusting. I'm never seen anything like this before. And that's all. You don't really get much from that area.
Do you want like a sample of the ashes there, Emelyne, to potentially test, or?
I think I do. Emelyne is gonna walk over there. Pardon me. I'm currently investigating what happened here with my team. And
It's Captain Delia MLC sent us to help with the investigation.
yes, for that investigation, I need some of that. And she'll point to the pile.
You have something to put it in.
Yeah. She'll pull out this crude leather pouch that has like a drawstring around it. You could tell she made this on her own at some point for fun.
It's got a tattoo on it.
That's an interesting leather bag. What type of animal hide is it?
And what does
Rodent.
it have why does it have an I love mom tattooed on the side of it?
I thought it'd be fun to experiment. I thought maybe I could do that for a career. I'm not very good.
Right, my cousin tried apprenticeship, but they used fruit.
We do things
to
differently
practice on.
in my town.
Why
Yeah.
would you waste good fruit on ink?
I said the same
Cultural
thing.
differences. Cultural differences.
You know, fruit isn't easy to come by, but you got dead rats and pigs everywhere. You just use some of that.
Anyway, yeah, you can have some. And they put a little bit of ash, but specks of black with a little bit of red into the pouch.
Excellent. I'll save that and then go back over to those rat holes. How big are they again? I mean,
Enough for
they're big enough
a
for the
dwarf between
dwarves.
4 and 5 feet to fit through.
Okay.
So
If I
all of you could probably navigate your way into this if you were to crawl.
Is it dark inside?
It is dark. It would be single file, and it would be a very tight squeeze.
Mm-mm. No.
I can. That doesn't bother me.
Oh,
I cannot
Would
see
anyone
in the
to
dark.
join me?
You go in.
Emelyne
Um,
can provide light.
I can, but I'm trying to remember my classes. Question: does the magical fire from the cantrip light consume oxygen in the tunnel?
Light doesn't make a fire.
Okay, sick.
So it's
Just
like
making
a
sure.
little, you touch
It's
an
just a little
object and it
dim.
glows.
Yeah.
You're trying
Perfect.
to see if there's actual oxygen in there though first before you go down.
Well, yeah, I'm not trying to. Anyways, excellent.
Don't
Yeah,
wanna
I'll cast
suffocate.
light on my mask, so it's
Yeah,
like a projection forward.
Right.
Light a torch.
Like the little headlamps.
So is everybody crawling into these tunnels?
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah, sure.
Can I get a
To the
marching order,
hole.
please?
A what?
A marching order, please.
I'll go first.
I'm gonna go last.
Emelyne is
second.
going first. Naoki is going second. Who's going third?
I can.
All right.
Diablo will go second to last, I guess.
Thalia.
Yeah. I guess it puts Valerie right in the middle.
Well, Diablo, and then Cram. All right.
And right before going in, would I be able to hold a tiny dagger as I crawl?
So the way to be crawling is on all fours. So you have your dagger, you're crawling while clutching the dagger.
Mm-hmm.
From what
Like
you
an army
see,
kind of crawl.
kind of. You can put it
Okay.
into your hold it in your mouth a little bit until you need to grab it and use it, I guess, if you really wanted to.
I do have the mask on, so that gets a little difficult. Okay, I'll wait. I'll just punch anything if it comes down the
Okay.
way.
You're a wizard.
You're a wizard here.
You're a hairy
Ready.
wizard.
I would like to note that I keep checking behind us
All right.
every 6 seconds.
Are you just walking backwards? That would be even more if you were crawling backwards.
I'm not doing that. I'm just sat, and whoever's next, so Diablo's got a rope, and I'm just sat, and he's just dragging me along.
Okay, so can I get a perception check from Emelyne and Cram, please? And this is not something that you can get help on because nobody can see in front of the person or past the person in front of them.
I have to say, this makes me very uncomfortable.
I got a 21. 21.
I got a 14.
This not the perception check. This like tunnel. Oh,
Are we crawling or are we like on
on
army crawling?
I don't like tight spaces.
We're like climbing through a vent in an action movie kind of style.
No.
Oh.
Kind of. So you guys, you all are begin to like descend into this hole in the wall, and it begins to get a little bit more of a tight squeeze. The walls begin to close in around you. The air feels stuffy and stale as it kind of just has this stillness to it. There are times in which you have to like kind of, it gets really tight around the shoulders for those of you who have much or broader shoulders, and you kind of have to shuffle and just squeeze past as you continue to move through. But you have very little wiggle room overall to move around or shuffle. You're just going forward. Emelyne, as you're crawling, for the most part, the tunnel is pretty standard. There's crumbled parts here and there, like loose rocks, that sort of thing, but you don't really want to touch them or try to move the stones, as you can't imagine what is going to shuffle within this passageway. Any demon's probably going to be safer just to use the path provided, because that's what these dwarves apparently did. There are about like baseball-sized openings throughout the cave as well, that you see here and there throughout, just like the size of, like, you know, a baseball, that diameter. But other than that, not much else going on. Oh yeah.
Yes.
You begin to feel something wiggling around your waist area.
No.
Is it furry or is it scaly?
It's neither.
Oh.
I swear to God.
You're kind of just like, Emelyne takes a stop to look at one of the little baseball diameter size holes, and
The whole tunnel's a mimic. The whole tunnel's a mimic.
I'll squish it with my fucking knee.
whoa, now hold on. Now hold on just a second, okay?
Oh God, he's pulling out a book.
GG.
Nah, man.
The tunnel is not a mimic.
Why? Yeah.
Yeah, the
I didn't
entrance
even
of the
want to go in
tunnel.
the tunnel. I didn't even want
Entrance
to
of
go
the
in.
tunnel is like, you know, suspiciously Tarrasque mouth shaped.
Oh God.
So you have a long sword, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Is this, I can't remember, is your longsword the +1 or +2 weapon that I gave you, or is it a standard longsword?
Oh no.
The sword.
I thought they were just like standard, normal.
I know what this is.
Oh no.
I don't.
Our table.
And as you kind of like shuffle, you kind of turn to your side to look down. You see this small orange-looking bug that is nibbling along your sword. You notice
for
that it's
fuck's
beginning
sake.
to, your sword is rusting where the
Bro.
antennas are touched. And Emma, as you're looking at this piece of sword, you watch as these two little beady yellow eyes
No.
are emerging. And then with
How big are these? How big are these?
It fits in a hole in the wall about the size of a baseball.
It's a baseball?
So
Can I
it's like
grab it?
You're gonna try to.
Yeah, I want to grab it.
I need initiative, please.
I want
He's
to.
gonna eat the fucking thing.
I am.
As swarms of small little rust monsters start to come out of these.
Oh hell no.
Oh my
Why?
worst
Why
nightmare.
my fucking sword, man?
Are these gonna
Okay,
be safe?
is there a battle map, or do we just put our tokens down and roll from here?
There's no battle map because it's like you're not exactly able to swing a blade or anything at the moment. So it's more like, hey, deal with the situation,
chase.
or you're getting messed up.
Yeah, you should still put your token down, click on it to roll initiative, though, guys.
You got a tracker up.
I don't.
Hold on, let me get that.
Oh, I rolled too early. Whoopsie doodle.
Your longsword, by the way, is -1 to its attack.
Rude.
Talia.
What? So it goes from 1d10 plus 2 to a 1d10 minus 1.
Emily,
1d10 plus 1.
Emily,
It subtracts 1 from.
we are
Right.
slow initiative, by the way. You're 26 now.
Eat Emelyne.
'Cause
What, me?
Yes, I have
Really?
alert feat, so you're now 26. I'm at 21, just because you're at the
And it's
front
a
of the pack.
-1
so.
to your damage rolls, by the way. That's the penalty that your weapon has. It's a -1 to your damage rolls.
That's okay. That's okay. I can take a few
To the
chomps out of this
sword.
thing. Oh, to the sword.
Oh, right,
I
right.
could- I still have partial control of your token.
All right, is everybody on the board?
Yeah.
If it'll let me go back, let me on.
Oh, am I first? Oh, I'm definitely not first. Never mind.
No.
You're last, actually.
The same. Oh, it's boring, isn't it?
So, Emelyne, I need your first initiative order. You said you want to try to grab this rust monster.
Yes. Yeah, I want to grab it full
I need
hand.
you to make a grapple check for me, please. Which is, Diablo, remind me how that's made?
A grapple check
master.
is a DC set by whoever is making the initiating the grapple.
Oh, I know that, but I'm trying
It's
to figure it out.
yeah, I'm figuring that. I don't remember it off the top of my head. I just know the number for Diablo.
I could use Diablo's number.
No, you cannot.
All right.
Kidding.
It's
Sorry.
8 plus strength plus proficiency.
Yes.
So it's 8 plus your strength modifier plus your proficiency bonus. Thank you so much, Trent, in our chat.
Nice.
Okay. Let me see here. Is it a D8 or a D20? Just 8?
It's an 8, the number 8 plus your strength modifier plus your proficiency bonus.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
setting a DC.
Yikes. Okay. That DC is gonna be 13.
Hooray! It got a natural 19.
So it's
Okay.
So it succeeds.
So
For a total of 20, by the way.
I'm guessing I don't grab it.
You do not grab it. As you go to grab at this creature, it just kind of like runs down and begins to run underneath your body, like wiggle beneath your form. And with that, it is now Thalia's turn. Thalia, it's your turn. What are you doing? I'm saying that every turn you guys are moving forward the whole round by your max like speed. By the way, you don't have to say that.
Okay. I don't even know if there's
Valerie's
anything.
on deck.
I think my mouse just fucking died on me, man. There we go.
Oh no, not the dead mouse.
Yeah.
just dropping a sync beat.
I can. If I've got the sharpshooter feat, can I use my longbow in this like space to shoot whatever the fuck's trying to eat my sword?
You're gonna
So-
shoot my ass.
Can you actually draw your longbow to a full like
You
draw?
cannot. You do not have the mobility to draw a weapon.
Oh,
But you could like use one of your dagger or one of your arrows as an improvised weapon.
You could do that.
can I just stab it with my arrow then?
Yeah.
Yeah. How would I just roll?
So
What
I will
would- what would
say you roll a strength check for me.
Strength check. Okay.
Strength or dex?
Daggers are dex weapons, so you can do a dex. So just roll a
Where
dagger
is
check.
it?
Like, do you have a dagger on your character?
Daggers are
I
one.
might do,
4
actually.
plus Whatever your.
So roll.
You should do-
Roll a dex check for me.
Actually, right.
Yeah. It's 1d4 plus whatever your dexterity modifier is.
Right. Okay. Oh, I clicked something.
All right, so that will hit.
Oh.
With a 23, and now roll your 1d4 plus your dexterity modifier, which is
1d4 and
1d4
dexterity.
plus 4.
Right.
Do you not have a magical dagger, Megan?
Maybe.
should
You
have
had the
magical,
dagger
it
returning you got
should-
from poker.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this
but
is
I
an
wanna
arrow.
s-
We're
I
just
wanna
saying it's a
stab with an
dagger for
arrow.
simplicity purposes. So 7 points of damage. Okay. So as you stab this creature, it just like gives out a little squeal, like a high pitched, like dull
Please
thing.
leave my soul
As
alone.
it kind of wriggles for a little bit and dies.
Nice.
He's a very
Can leave my
small
fucking soul
wasp.
alone. The bitch.
All right, Valerie, it's your turn.
Yeah, I will definitely do my turn.
And also, there are several of these creatures coming out.
No.
So there's probably more. And we're moving forward as we're going,
you're
right?
moving forward as you're going. It's kind of like contain the damage while you're getting through the same situation.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. Roll 20. I'm not going to use you today. There we go. So what are these creatures? I just need to check something on one of my cantrips here. Sorry.
Diablo, you are in the hole. By the way.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna do vicious mockery at one of the creatures.
Okay.
It's gonna need to make a DC 16 Wisdom saving throw as she puts out a bunch of so it fails. So it's gonna take 2d6, whatever that damage is.
7. It is 7 points of damage.
Yeah.
That will kill another monster before it's able to get towards you.
Yeah. It's so and I did. Yeah, so Invalor is just gonna keep moving forward. So kill them if you can, but let's keep moving.
All right. I need Naoki, Cram, and Diablo to make and Emelyne to make dexterity saving throws with disadvantage, please.
Oh.
You said dex saves with disadvantage?
Correct. Because you are not
Okay.
able to exactly dodge.
Oh no.
Mm.
So the DC on this was 11. If you got
Okay.
less than 11,
Yeah.
Emelyne, you have a dagger.
I do, yes.
It has -1 to its attack rolls as the Ross monster is scuttled under your body, got into your waistband and starting to like nibble at the dagger a little bit. Naoki, you have
I have my druidic focus. That's pretty much it.
you don't have any metal weapons.
Wait, even though I passed?
No.
Oh, you passed? Then no. If you got
I got an 18.
18, so you nothing happens. I take that back. Naoki, you got a 5. You have nothing metal on your person, not even your armor, anything. What's your armor?
I'm a druid. I can't have metal.
Okay.
He has no medals.
All right. So
Yeah,
you're,
you can't
you're
have
gonna
metal
get,
armor.
You're gonna get bitten. Then.
Goes looking for some metal.
All right. That is gonna be
He only got those rock
8
carved
points
abs.
of piercing damage.
8. Ow.
It was a max damage.
Youch.
It hurt.
Jeremiah, you just failed with a 10.
Okay.
Okay. You have your emergency dagger.
I have a few emergency daggers tucked in his boots.
So
Yes.
one of your emergency daggers will get a -1 to its damage rolls.
Okay.
And then Cram, you got a 1.
And I am metal.
Yeah.
You so wrong. Get off.
He's
Other than that,
metal,
what?
bro.
I got a dagger.
I'm not gonna corrode your whole body, but -1 to your dagger damage rolls.
Yeah.
Yes, boss.
You're like -1 to your constitution every time you get corroded.
All right, Diablo, it is your turn with Naoki on deck.
All right. So there's just like a swarm of these things like swimming around us.
Yep.
All right. Seeing as Diablo does not need to reach for any weapons currently, he's just going to just try and grip him and crush him.
Okay.
And not a grapple. He's just doing an arm strike.
Okay.
So that will be. It'll be a 23 to hit.
23 will hit.
Nice.
And he will do 6 points of bludgeoning damage as he grabs onto one and just kind of squeezes it as hard as he can.
This yellowish innards comes out of the thick exoskeleton of this large beetle-sized creature. And on the next initiative count 20, you do not have to make a dex save.
Okay, and then he'll do it to another one, I guess.
Okay.
For a 16.
That'll hit.
12 points of damage.
Yeah, easily. So you see one that's you are currently right behind Valerie. You see another one going for Valerie, and you grab it and you kill that one as well.
Yeah, he's grabbing these insects. Either way, it just crush.
Yeah. He's just
Do
grabbing
that
him, he grabs
motion
one and
again?
just slaps it against the wall.
Hey Valerie, do that motion again.
Nope. That was entirely intentional too.
Sure. All right.
Like, you see, this is one of the bugs. He grabs it and then he smushes it like with his hands.
All right. It is now Naoki's turn.
Surrounded by a bunch of holes with insects coming out of them.
Can I scare it away with fairy fire?
That's not what fairy fire does, but I'll let you do an intimidation check.
Okay. Let's see. Intimidation. No.
So you cast fairy fire, and now you have bugs that are just like colorful.
Disco bugs.
Yeah, so you just made them a little bit more the month of June. Just not,
They're easier to hit now.
they are easier to hit now. And they can be seen in the dark tunnel. Okay. Next up is going to be Cram. With Emelyne on deck.
Okie dokie. I'm going to try and wrap up as much as my body in my cloak as physically possible. That's my turn.
That effectively count as like the dodge action, so he doesn't get disadvantage, maybe?
We'll do that. We'll consider that. Okay. Emelyne, is now your turn.
We're back to it. We're back to grabbing bugs. I'm gonna try to grapple whichever one. If there's still one crawling up on me, that's target number 1.
All right. So it's gonna be a 13.
Yep.
I rolled a 9. So you grapple this bug. That's like trying to eat away at your dagger along your waist. You like reach down, you like kind of get it out. How what?
Mm-hmm. Can I just start chewing on it?
Bite attack.
I'm not prepared.
Roll a d4 plus your strength modifier, please.
Okay.
Oh my god.
You just fucking eat anything.
I got a 1.
A 1.
Your protein.
You bite off its leg and you start to chew. It has a distinct taste of grasshopper.
I like it. I like that.
Yummy.
I'm gonna keep snacking on this as we go. I don't care about my dagger.
Off.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
I think I'm saving that for last. Let him stuff her. Anyway,
Let's
that's
hope
my
you don't
turn.
got any fillings.
Alright, we're to Talia with Valerie on deck.
Refreshing.
Alright, I'm just gonna stab another bitch with an arrow.
You know what?
I don't
Stab
think
again? Okay.
there's anything.
You get to
I'm
stab
gonna
with
stab
advantage.
another one. With advantage?
Mhm.
Nice.
You're shiny.
Yay!
Are they singing? About how
It actually
shiny
lets
they
me
are?
click anything this time because my sheet doesn't let me click anything. Ugh. Click, bro.
They are shiny.
Why? Why won't you let me
Shiny
click?
bugs and me.
Bro.
You would not believe your eyes.
There's so many songs here, guys. Pick one and then stop singing it.
I think we picked it. Let's go.
I don't know, but it won't let me click anything on my sheet.
Just roll a
What
d20.
monster?
I can't.
And
Oh,
roll
no.
20. Just roll
There we go.
16.
It
That will
didn't let me.
hit. Alright, girly.
It didn't let me do anything. Ah, there we go.
What?
Fucking hell. Jesus. Yay. I'll stab it for what was it? 1d4.
A d4
Plus
plus
four.
your, yeah.
24 plus
Okay.
4.
7 again.
Alright,
Yippee!
that will kill another one.
Yay, bitches. Yeah, that'll do me then.
Valerie, it is now your turn.
Oh my god.
So Valerie is going to. We're at advantage for hitting these things.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna fire a starry wisp at one of the ones up ahead. So it's actually an attack roll. So that's a 26 to hit.
26 will hit.
Okay.
Plus 8.
Right. I don't know why it's doing that.
I'm reading chat, by the way, and some of y'all need therapy. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna roll the damage without the super special. So it is extra glowy as it explodes.
Nice.
And this
Nice.
like wisp of light like crawls up on it, and it just like glows like super hot as it just explodes.
Alright, on initiative count 20. Nobody here needs to make a save because you all killed your bugs that were coming for it. So at this point, there is a rumble in the cave around you. Like the ground begins to shake. And the other remaining rust monsters begin to like let out little sounds of alarm and panic. They begin to scurry back into their burrows. Just as Emelyne, you break out of the tunnel and kind of flop onto the ground of some sort as it's coming to a larger opening.
Sorry,
where-
chat's killing me.
Oh,
Where
darn
did
it.
I fall out?
Make a perception check.
What's around me right now? I do still have the mask, the light, so that should help in some sense. Let me see. You said perception?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's a fat 9.
So you've been crawling for quite some time through this tunnel, right? It's been several hours, and it's gone down a little bit and taking twists and turns, and you kind of lost your orientation as you went throughout. But as you're looking around, it appears to be that you're in some sort of old dwarven city. But contrary to the city of Ruebalon that you have previously been in prior to coming to this tunnel, this one is carved out of the mountain. There's fallen stones. A lot of it is destroyed from these massive rocks being just everywhere. But this opening that you are in has remnants of buildings that were carved out of the mountain.
More dwarven traditional architecture rather than dwarven modern.
As everyone kind of starts coming out as well and catching their bearings, Emelyne's just going to sketch kind of what she can make out and what she can see.
Are you still holding onto your bug?
Oh yeah. We'll hit it with
needs
a
a snap.
1-2 combo. Yeah, I'll
Just
bite
kind
its
of
head
like
off so it
writing.
won't run anymore.
She's
Yeah,
just
never mind.
writing and then like taking a bite as she writes.
Just-
Valerie, can I get a
just-
history check, please, with advantage?
A history
Like
check
a juicy.
for Valerie? Okay.
For Valerie.
Drippy.
17.
17. You vaguely recall that there was Ruebalon was a city that suffered a lot during the Tears of Two Maze. A lot of its architecture and the support of these stones that have been kind of carved to the extreme were supported by magical reinforcements. When magic left this world, those reinforcements, that magical support of the city failed, and the city basically collapsed in on itself. And the modern Ruebalon that you are experiencing today was kind of built on top of this mass destroyed city and graveyard.
So this is the original Ruebalon before the Tears of Tumas.
Ooh.
Right. She prestidigitations herself to get rid of the ooze that's covering her from all the crushed bugs.
And upon Valerie mentioning that, you begin to notice as like the light kind of expands out from Emelyne looking around. There are several dwarven skeletons, kind of like partially crushed, scattered about throughout the city.
Jackpot! Emmeline's gonna light up another cigarette, dive to it. Great, we gotta start collecting. Very carefully though, I would like to take my time as I walk towards the closest skeleton. I'd just like to check the status of the bones. Maybe grab a few good looking ones.
Make a
Any nice
medicine check.
fillings, stuff like that. Gotcha.
Does there look like there's any other footprints that aren't the ones we've just made
Make a
in this kind
survival
of
check.
area? Because I presume it's quite dusty now, so is there really like survival?
I got a 9.
15.
15. A 9 for the medicine check. As you kind of like go to touch one of the skeletons, you imagine it's been here for over 50 years. It kind of just like crumbles away into dust as you go to reach for it. You get the feeling that that's going to happen with almost all the skeletons. Whatever metal might have been here appears to have been eaten by what you can guess to be rust monsters. As for the 15, there are indeed footprints kind of leading through this kind of doorway that survived the collapsing stone.
Did you find anything there, Crown?
Just some old footprints, or maybe new ones, leading through this door.
I was going to say it doesn't look like anyone's been here lately. There's just corpses and ruins.
Good place to set up for weird experiments. No?
Yeah, it's exactly what happened in Onelia. There was, we found everything we found was deep under the city, so we should be careful, but this may be the hint that we needed.
Could they be connected incidents in some way, do you think?
We have no evidence of that.
But it seems very similar now.
I mean, the pattern of the disappearances, but as you can see, the captain wasn't aware of anything, so for all we know, maybe it was somebody in the government who's taking these people.
Mm-hmm.
It was definitely in now that I consider it a kidnapping of some sort.
Hmm.
So
I do think we
tr-
should keep looking.
And if we find anything, I don't expect any magical items, but or metallic items by the looks of it. Talia, your sword's got some pretty bad corrosion on there.
You don't say.
I'm gonna cast mending on it. Does that do anything? Does that fix it? Mr. DM? Okie dokie.
It doesn't say.
Do you want me to read
in
the spell?
monster description. I know what mending does.
Please, bro, please.
Yeah, because I think technically
Take a minute.
mending is used to like
Mending is
like-
for breaks and tears, not corrosion.
yeah.
So I would say no, mending does not work.
No, but
It was very creative though.
Yeah. Upcast it to like the 5th level.
It's a cantrip. You can't do that.
Unfortunately not.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I wonder
It
if
didn't
that's
work.
I wonder if there's some kind of spell, a higher level spell that could be used to repair something like this, but you should probably just buy a new sword, huh?
Or a blacksmith.
I mean,
They're
yes,
pretty good at doing that.
we'll never find a blacksmith in the Dwarven city.
As
I don't
you're-
have
are
that
you
much
following
gold
these
anymore, man.
footsteps?
Yes. I see.
You follow the footsteps into what appears to be a sort of it's just a normal house as you're kind of walking in, but there is a dwarf clutching a book tightly around his chest, and you notice that, like, from the way that the bones are, the decay, that the legs were broken at some point before this dwarf deceased, and he had this, not book, I said book, I mean a scroll that he was clutching onto tightly. He has a kind of leather belt that was around his waist with this tunic and apron that gives you the vibe that he might have been a blacksmith of some sort, but whatever tools were on his body have been corroded away and are no longer there.
Can I take the scroll?
Yeah. Do you read Dwarvish?
Nope.
Does anybody here read Dwarvish?
Ooh, wait.
Um,
I mean,
Yes,
can
I
read it.
do. I do. My language, I can Dwarvish.
All right, Talia,
Can-
if you can do me a favor and check your journal and roll 20. There is some writing here that you can read.
Whoa, how does one do that?
So where you look at your character sheet,
Oh, hello. Would you like me to read it out, or is it just for me to know?
that's up to you. While she's kind of reading that, I'm going to decide what she wants to say or not say about this. Is there anything that anybody else would like to do in this house that has like a tunnel that you kind of gone into and also has an exit?
I'm just gonna give the hand to Emelyne.
It crumbles to dust as you try to pick it up.
I appreciate the thought. This is very
If
kind.
you're
mean-
looking at the scene, there are several like corpses in this ruined structure that you can guess that this is probably where people spend their last moments huddled together from the disaster that happened several decades ago. The way that some of them are holding each other, you notice that there is a corpse you can't discern. It's gender, but it's holding a smaller, most likely a child, in its arms.
There are no children.
There are dead children in my campaign. There's been dead children in every one of my campaigns.
No.
One of them
All
is,
the
an
children
entire
are-
orphanage has been sacrificed in one of my campaigns.
Yeah, I
Well,
wonder who did that.
I don't know, but they're not playing anymore, so it's okay.
Not playing that character. Anyway, Megan.
Summarize. Basically, this guy, I'm not even sure how to pronounce this properly. If there's a way that
I can show it
It's
to
supposed-
everybody else if you want me to. Do you want to show?
yeah,
the whole
you
scroll?
can do. I don't want to butcher the name, and I just sound a bit stupid.
Hold on.
Basically, some guy's gone mad, beating at an anvil.
Bergi.
Yeah,
Bergi.
is that how you say it?
Bergi, yeah.
I was gonna call him Bergi.
Bergi, the God Touch, built a forge unlike any other on the continent. The forge was a reflection of his God-given ability to craft relics of immense power. Bergi, the greatest of all dwarven smiths, worked furiously in his workshop. The dedication to the craft became manic and obsessive. He never stopped... he stopped eating, he stopped sleeping. His apprentices begged him to take a break, but he never looked up from the anvil to respond. With his eyes bloodshot, his body sunken and shallow, he cackled at the marvel of his work, not noticing the mountain city that was crashing down around him.
Can
Do we know
I?
if he's still alive?
So are we like looking for the forge, or what's
Well, this doesn't
I mean-
be one.
I think
Does
this
it?
is the forge.
It's a house. No, it's not the forge.
Oh yeah, it's the best forge of all time. I bet you could last the test of time even with them nasty critters running around.
Could it be what he made that's sending people crazy?
Maybe. Such an odd scroll be holding as you die.
Could just be a story.
Could just be
Yeah.
a story. Those will exist in this campaign. It's like when you're playing like a dungeon crawler game and you find a book that has like the world lore, but it doesn't do anything. It's just a book in the game.
Yeah. I just imagine, if like the rocks are falling and both your legs get broken, that might get let go in the process. But I don't know. Could have been a very important story to them. I'm assuming there's nothing in the house, like wooden combs or anything of the sort.
Make an investigation check.
Okay.
What if it's a scary story to ward people away from making shit? Dun, dun, dun.
I got a 15.
As you are looking about the house, there is a desk that you go over to, and you find a lever underneath the desk that is made of stone. You pull it's not, when I say it's a lever, it's like a small bar that is like you can grab onto this way and pull this way.
Yes.
There is a grind of stone against stone as a doorway opens up and leads downstairs.
Ooh.
Come check this out, guys.
You found something.
All right.
Yeah. I found this.
That's interesting. There was a secondary opening. Look for the other door.
Sorry, it played super late, but I had to play it.
Here it is.
Whoa.
Let's go down.
Well, is it just a tunnel? I'm sorry.
It's a staircase, spiral staircase
It's
that leads
just
down. And this
okay.
staircase has no sign of damage like the surrounding building.
Whew. You guys ready?
Mm.
Emelyne's trying to hype herself up. She's like Shaking her shoulders and shit.
Do you think this is going to be the moment we face something? Do either of you want to heal yourselves up before? Or?
That could be a really good idea. That might be the smartest choice, but I have 2 ideas. I'm figuring, yes, this might be a confrontation, or it could be some crazy treasure. Getting real excited thinking about it.
Okay, we can go with crazy.
If he's got a
treasure.
new sword, that would be great.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably all full of holes.
This one
Speaking
looks
of-
pretty flawless.
Speaking of swords,
Diablo pulls one of his emergency daggers out of his boot. It's rusted, and he just fucking chucks it off to the side.
I unfortunately cannot do that.
yeah, you gotta carry more swords in your boots.
I mean, you still could have technically used that. You could use it to stab someone and then to get very sick from the rust in the wound. Maybe die of an infection several weeks later.
Yeah, there ain't nothing fabulous about dying of rust poisoning. If I want somebody to die, I want them to die right there when I do it to them. Not
I like the thinking though.
complications.
Would the sword even be able to cut the skin before crumbling?
Oh, sure, I want nothing less than perfection for my backup plan, all right?
Okay, well, we should probably get you like a silver dagger this time. That way you can use it to... I'm assuming eventually you're going to want to like kill a werewolf or something, so you want like a special weapon for that.
If I want to kill a werewolf, I'll do it with my hands.
I've heard werewolves are notoriously hard to do that to.
Werewolves never fought Diablo Dorado before.
That is technically true.
We'll just see him riding it like a lion. Just
Is
his
there a
new pet.
pebble around here?
Ask that again.
Is there a pebble around here?
Yeah, several. It's a collapsed stone city.
Sweet. I would like to go ahead and pick up a few. And as this conversation is happening within the group, I would just like to cast light on one of these pebbles and toss it down that stairway, just to maybe get a good
It is
peek
a
at what's going on.
spiral stairway, so it does bounce around in a circle.
I'll use my auditory listening skills.
Make a perception check.
Okay, maybe see how far down it goes or something like that. Ha. 17.
You can guess it's about
Massive.
10, 15 feet down.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah, why the fuck not? Let's do it.
Sure, it'll be fine. I'm sure.
That's the attitude I like to hear.
And I say,
Yeah.
as all the young people used to say, you only live once.
I've got a bow, it's fine.
Unless you get resurrected, and then technically you can live multiple times, but...
If you get revived by a necromancer, is that technically a second life?
I think that's more of an unlife. I mean, in your case, I'm not sure how that works. Is it resurrection or a reboot?
Good question. Let's not try it out though, because
I mean, we all did just die, so, I mean, except for Diablo because he's immortal, but let's go. Let's try to be subtle. I know we're throwing rocks down this, but who
You
knows
see,
what's-
Cram, if we take every little bit of wood right off your body and replace it with different wood, are you still Cram?
It's gonna
I-
the Theseus.
think so. I don't think it's the wood that makes me me.
Well, but
So it's the metal.
But what if you end up having all of your metallic parts replaced as well? I mean, at what point do you start becoming a new cram versus the original cram?
I mean, these are deeply philosophical questions when we should be going down this staircase and killing us ever.
You reach the bottom of the stairs, and what you find yourself is that there is kind of a pedestal with a weathered, not I don't want to say weathered, a journal that is old. The pages are yellowed on the side. Sitting upon the table, and then past the table is a figure that seems to be meditating in the middle of a circle of runes with their back to you.
Alive?
You don't know.
Oh.
Recognize the runes?
Make a Arcana check with disadvantage.
Sure, I can do that.
Oh, wait.
I can do it too.
I'm using a thing to give you not disadvantage.
I mean,
Uh,
it doesn't matter now.
restore balance.
I would just let me roll twice first before you make that decision, because the choice is between a 7 and a 13.
Well, I haven't used it in a while.
If it wasn't a disadvantage, it would be a 7. So anyway,
You do not recognize these runes. They're very crude. But as you are examining them, the figure does not move.
Is the figure breathing?
Make perception check.
20?
It is not. And as you kind of approach, it appears that the skin seems stretched thin. Like as if you're stretching a thin sheet of plastic over a very taut canvas. And you begin to see that this is a mummified body.
Just of a dwarf?
Mm-hmm.
In a meditating position?
Correct.
Are they wearing any clothes?
They appear to have like a robe on with and you catch a glimpse of metal around the neck.
Metal?
Someone pick that up.
Would I
Any
be able
sword?
to analyze the runes around this body? I know Valor gave it a try, but
Made her contract.
not a wizard.
I got a 10. I don't know what these are.
Better
You
than the
do
7.
not.
Okay.
So you
Are
have
there
the
any
table
runes?
with the journal, and then you have the dwarf with a circle meditating that's mummified.
What about that book? Let me check out that journal.
Okay, make an investigation check.
I do not read Dwarvish though.
What languages do you read?
It's common, undercommon, I think sign language, and Elvish, I think.
I mean, it's in common, so.
Oh, sick. Awesome.
You jerk.
12. Big
12.
numbers today.
For the most part, the journal is just weird scratched lines and stuff that make no sense. But there is one entry that is written in legible. If you want to look at your roll20 screen for me, please.
And then out loud, Emelyne's just gonna kind of mutter as she reads. I hear the whispers in the night. It echoes in the darkest recesses of my consciousness. Speaking softly in my dreams. Oh, the sensation of its words are intoxicating. Tells me that I can have the power in return for service. I work tirelessly for my master. The voice in the dark, the red light at the end of the tunnel of despair. I will be the tool to deliver it into this world.
Is everyone in this place just crazy?
Well, that's interesting. Do you remember their eyes? That Vivid red.
They were,
Oh yeah.
and their bodies were speckled with red and black. They were corrupted in some way.
Yeah. Perhaps
they-
this isn't a test. You know? It's not a lab situation as we previously discussed. It could be.
I mean, it's still a secret stairway underneath a household, which survived the collapse of the city.
Sounds like some kind of cult.
Yes. Well, we should be wary of anything that we touch from here. And one of the things you need to be mindful of is, this city collapsed when the Teos Otumis happened, when magic failed, but it was more than just structural protections that failed. It was sometimes barriers keeping things locked away. Whatever magic was keeping things at bay collapsed. This could be something from the dawn of creation, for all we know.
I thought cults were supposed to follow gods, though, and someone mentioned something about one of the new gods putting protections upon the world to stop the gods interfering more, so this is something more than a god?
I mean, what we call a god is not always necessarily a god. Some people think of whatever they worship as their god, but, could just be some ancient horror, but that doesn't not mean they have the power to shape the world. Just to shape the minds of men.
Like a curse.
Yes, a golden skull. You can't get rid of.
I mean, we've done pretty well at keeping it at bay.
I mean, for now.
I hate that damn skull.
I think it's entertaining. We could use it at a party sometime.
If we'd like to continue, I'm okay with that. But if we do want to ask questions to the body, we can do that too.
Oh, you can do that?
Yes.
And the thing's wearing an amulet, you said, right?
I said there's a glimpse of metal under the robe.
Okay. I mean, I would presume that these runes that we can't decipher mean something. So I would be wary of doing anything that would make direct contact with the body.
Mm-hmm.
How are the runes on the floor? Are they like engraved, or are they like chalked on, or magically just there?
Carved into the stone.
Ooh.
So it's not something you can just kind of wipe away. You can't just be like, go away, rune. Can I cast mending where the rune is to get rid of the carving?
Sure.
No, I'm not doing that. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. That was no. I'm okay. Okay, thanks.
Are they in a
could
circle?
Yes.
Could I cast Mage Hand, my little cantrip, and can I go ahead and investigate what that metal is with
Yeah.
the Mage Hand?
So as the mage hand goes to and like touches the like necklace part of the whatever is around his neck, the body kind of just like falls over. And from beneath the robe, you begin to watch as like little ripples begin to move beneath it. And as the cloth kind of disintegrates and falls away from the decades of, you just see this bare, very tightly stretched, tanned skin from the mummified body. And you watch as all these like things beneath the surface begin to move and shake and wriggle, and the skin bursts, and just a ton of maggots come wriggling out of the corpse and scatter throughout the room. And that's where we're gonna take our mid-session break.
Really? That is where we're gonna
That
take
is
our
where we're gonna take our
mid-session break with
mid-session
that
break
image.
right there.
Wow.
With that image.
Maggots!
Just so you can you can
Yum.
get
A light
topped
snack
up
for
with
her.
Your
Protein
snacks.
filled confetti.
Oh, yeah. That's what we're ending.
So everybody, if you are here, thank you so much for watching so far. If you're just now joining us,
Oh my God! It's almost like no time has passed for you if you were just paying attention to us in all of the non-live formats that we do this on. We do actually do this every week. This
weeks.
wonderful Dungeons and Dragons things. Most weeks. So you can cast us at what time is it? 8 p.m. Eastern Central Time on for Lich Souls.
here in
but,
the soon to be 51 states of America.
Yeah, this is. I'm glad this is being recorded.
So
Great.
stupid.
I
But,
thumbs down to react that statement.
You know, I mean, if you're listening to our beautiful voices, we are on all the podcast networks where you can find all of this. But if you are watching us live right now and you missed everything that happened early in the session, you can catch a replay of the live play on YouTube, which is uploaded every Monday. And, you know, see our faces. If you're just used to listening to us, watch us on Twitch or TikTok or Facebook or YouTube.
All the podcast
Yeah.
recordings and the video recordings are posted on YouTube, but the audio recordings on the podcast network, you can get right. It is.
Yeah, all of that.
So
It's
everybody,
been a fun session.
it's been a fun session.
So
It's,
far.
we'll be back here momentarily. Give us about 15-20 minutes, and we will be back very soon. Thank you so far. See you soon. And welcome back, everyone. Where we last left off, this mummified body of this zealous dwarf fell over, and bursting from its mummified skin were hundreds of maggots. Red mandibles, where its head should be, kind of just there as they kind of wriggle and scatter about the room. They don't attack, they're just scattering.
Could I
Emelyne?
continue using my mage hand to dig around in what I assume is now this cavity?
Yeah.
What's in there?
So the mage hand reaches out and pulls out this small faceted black stone with this red aura about it.
Ah,
What that?
that doesn't look safe.
With that mail.
Can we touch it?
Cat, stop.
I don't know. Perhaps we shouldn't until we can get better identification on it.
Backup holding.
Yeah, throw that right.
What if the skull eats it though? Do we want to put it in there with the skull?
Let's not talk about the skull. Also, I don't think the skull's just eating the things in the bag of holding, because I don't think that's how the space works in there.
Isn't he sleeping right now anyway?
I mean, so long as we don't keep mentioning him and reminding the gods to wake him up.
You see, my guess
Crunchy.
is that any of the gems, right? Any of the gems that he gets, he sucks on like a lozenge, like a hard candy. And when it's completely dissolved, you know, it takes a long time because it's a gem. But when it's completely dissolved, that's when he gets hungry again.
Unless I reach in and pull him out early.
Then he chews it.
Okay. I mean, yes, we can. I feel so. It's glowing red, right?
It is.
Does it feel reminiscent to like the glow on the corrupted dwarves?
This is why notes are important. one of the same stones came out of one of the corpses that you fought.
Now we get to keep it.
Yes. So this
Evil
is
rock.
This is the same as the stone that we retrieved from one of the other bodies. So it's not similar. It's exactly the same. I wonder.
Emily, can I get a wisdom saving throw, please?
Of course. Always. I'm the wisest ever. What?
She's a wizard.
Ah, wow.
Can everybody
Yeah.
deafen except for Emelyne, please?
Sure.
Oh.
What's gonna happen? What's going on?
My dear, sweet Emelyne. Hello, and I'm so happy to meet your acquaintance.
Hello? I cannot see you. Who's there?
And nor will you. Perhaps in your dreams one day.
Is this coming from inside of like her head? Or is this coming from like the stone?
So as you are listening and looking around for the sound, it sounds as if it's echoing. And then you begin to pinpoint it. It's not echoing around the room. This voice seems to be coming from multiple sources. Specifically, the larva scattered about the room on the floor.
I'd like to pick one up and hold it. Do you have a name? To whom am I speaking?
I've had several names, things that mortals and gods alike have named me over millennia and aeons. I was here before there was light and darkness, the voice and the chaos and the nothingness.
Very mysterious. A preferred name, perhaps? Of your own choosing?
I haven't had somebody ask me to give a name to myself.
Well, we don't have to go that route. It makes things just a bit easier, but you seem to know a lot and seem to have a lot of knowledge. Do any of my companions seem to be picking up on this at all?
Your
Or are they
companions
just-
around you are frozen, as if in time.
No.
I simply felt a natural connection to someone like you, so familiar and friendly with the shadows. Do you believe that you are acquainted with the unknown, the otherworldly?
Not as much as I would like to be.
That is something that I can help you with. You see, part of me is here within the city. I had disciples, but unfortunately, the disaster some decades ago put an end to my summoning, and now only a severed part of my consciousness exists here within these ruins. I multiply and scatter myself about through these larvae, implanting myself in corpses and living things alike. Perhaps you can help free me.
Perhaps.
Bring your companions into the center of the city beneath the old palace. I can offer you immense growth and power in exchange for your assistance.
You said the center?
Beneath the old palace.
All right. I can do that. Or if you can give me an assurance that you will not hurt my companions. I do require them.
I will do nothing. I do nothing. I exist.
All right. Then, we'll be there eventually. Should I bring you with?
I have always been around. And the worm will begin to crawl up your sleeve. And it'll go underneath your hair and kind of tuck itself behind your ear.
Nice. Ugh. It's like that feeling when you have really itchy scalp and you can't itch it and it's just crawling. Ugh. Could I try to shake my companions back into consciousness?
Upon this happening, they all unfreeze.
Is everything okay there, Emily? You seem to have gone silent for about 30 seconds to 4 minutes.
Yeah, and
Nothing. She wasn't
anyone
silent for any amount of time.
I know. I was just joking.
She wasn't silent for any amount of time, but it's actually quite odd for anyone who is looking at her now that Valerie brought it up, because she went from very calm and inquisitive to very uptight very, very quickly. And so she's just chain smoking in the small little room that you're all in together now.
To say that's
So.
very, very limited air. You probably shouldn't burn. You know.
Need a drink?
Yeah. We should keep going. This room's really small. Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm gonna get some air.
Okay, we're gonna.
Emelyne's just gonna kind of.
We're gonna put the amulet in the bag, correct? The stone.
No.
No. Okay.
That's up to you. She's just gonna wave you off and leave up the stairs.
Okay. Let's keep moving. There's no point in, unless anyone wants to grab a maggot for a snack, but
We didn't grab any, so something must be up.
nice.
Is there anything else down here before we leave? Is it just the body and then...
Make
That was
one
kind of it.
last investigation check.
Okay. Investigation. 16.
Looking around, there does appear to be a tome that kind of glitters with this faint silver ink.
Gonna pick that up. Give it a quick flick through.
What is your passive perception?
That is 11.
Okay. So, as you open the book, there is immediately a rune that sparks to life and glows with a bright light. I need a dexterity saving throw from you and anybody who feels to be within 20 feet of Cram. I'm gonna let you all
basically all of us.
decide fairly.
Ooh, nice.
You said a dexterity saving throw?
A dexterity saving throw, please.
24.
5.
I mean, I don't know what it is with Crab.
What's with people getting blasted by books?
Well, I mean, most people check for traps.
I wanted to read
5.
You're the mage, goddammit.
Barkley.
Oh, fuck.
Sorcerer.
The mage walked away.
There
He's
are.
a sorcerer.
You are going to take, if you got 15 or less, sorry, 15 or more, you're going to take half of this. Less than that, you're going to take the full amount of damage. This is acid damage, as a glyph of warding with acid is triggered and splashes about. That is 26 points of acid damage, everybody.
Holy shit.
That's a lot of.
That's a lot of damage!
What the hell?
You said
That's not necrotic, is
And
it?
I
It
take
is acid damage.
I take half of that, which is.
I am dead.
Wow.
You're not
Are you-
dead, you're unconscious. There's a
Did you
distinct
not-
difference.
Yeah.
Holy moly. I'm gonna seeing Naoki go down. I guess quickly do my free cast of healing word with magic initiate cleric, so I shall roll the healthy hit points now. GD4 cast 8 healthy hit points for you, Naoki. Now that the book's open, does it like less evil?
The book is ruined from by the glove.
Oh.
You know, I know
What's
that's.
that?
I know that none of you are professionals at what does it say, tomb diving or thievery or anything like that. But if you ever find something in a suspicious-looking room full of rooms, you check for traps. Eh?
Why?
Stop.
Why would you have a book?
Just don't open the
acid
book.
thing?
Don't open the book. Okay.
I don't feel like this was my fault. I'm not gonna lie.
Emelyne, I think we need to take another short rest.
Emelyne's upstairs. She's out. Yeah, she's.
Okay, well, let's go back up to the bigger room, get out of here.
Definitely
and,
take that.
Yeah. Okay. Cram, you need like luck or something. Like, I don't know if you.
How is that my fault?
You'll
The
need to
book
stop opening the
attacked
book.
me.
man. You'll need to stop it.
I wanted the knowledge
happened the first
inside.
time? What happened the first time?
That wasn't my book.
I need a drink. So bad right now.
Let's all go upstairs. We'll have a quick
8-hour rest. Yeah.
Listen. I don't want to say this out loud, but I am a little good at finding traps and things. So if you like want help identifying things, I may have occasionally had to, work my way past a magical ward with some assistance, but still, just stop opening things.
It was also sparkling. That
Is
could
there
have
any
been
more
warning.
books on the floor?
Cram, let's go upstairs.
I am upstairs.
No.
Goodbye.
Yeah, Valerie just walks upstairs. So we all come up, we're messed up.
Emelyne, give me that cigarette right now.
He passes it over. What happened? Well, I was gone for.
The maggots
Then 3
exploded.
minutes.
Yeah,
The
acid went everywhere.
the maggots exploded.
And
No,
acid
no.
went everywhere. It was
Cram
crazy.
found a magical
Oh.
tome or some kind and opened it without checking for traps. So
Okay.
This is why I advocate against reading books.
That's why. Okay.
I like.
I like
He's gonna
books.
start an activist group. Diablos for Liberty.
So we need to take a little bit of a break. Because most of us are pretty messed up, and
Should we just do a snack break, or would we like to sleep?
it's too early to sleep. It's just Naoki may have been unconscious a moment ago.
Taking a long drag of this cigarette just to.
You can have it. She'll just light up another.
Yeah,
You know a lot about this area, don't you, Valerie? Or the history, I suppose.
I know some from what I learned from my tutors, but it was I have some book knowledge. I would have thought you would have had a little bit more expertise, though.
How much expertise? Well, the thing about Emelyne, dwarves aren't her thing. She's not been okay. How much would I know about this area? Can I do like a history check? I don't think I know as much.
You can.
Because again, 25. Let's go.
It's less. So what are you trying to find out about this? Like, what would you like to know?
I'm trying to think about the layout. I'm trying to figure out, is it the same up top as it is down below? Old to new, or is the layout of where we are different compared to the city we were in before, kind of thing.
So from your study of magic, magical artifacts were something that you covered in some of your lessons when you were part of the college. The Kingdom of Ruebalon was once a major creator of magical weapons and armors. Most of the current day magical items that have existed, that survived the Tears of Tumes, come from the forge that you learned about from that little note about Bergi, the god touched. The castle of the city was centered in a circle. It was circular, with the city built around it. And although the exact location of the forge is not known, but you do know the palace was in the middle. The city was built around it. It's not reflective of, but based off of where you were in Ruebalon, when you need to go south to get to the palace from your current location. However, due to the majority of the city just being openings throughout the rocks that were collapsed, you might not have a direct path there.
Okay. And this is all being described in sketches for the group. So I kind of want to see if we could head to the castle more in this circle area here. I feel we could get answers there. I feel we're onto something.
I've got a crazy idea. Hear me out here, guys. We leave. I know time isn't on our side, but we leave. For a few hours, we go back to the above. We research this area in a library where the books don't explode. We then come back full force and strength and attack the castle. Because I'm not going to survive a fight. I'm throwing that out there. I feel like
I will point out that anywhere we go, the only way we know out is back through the corrosive bugs, right?
And even that would be better than anything else. Look at me. I've got bits hanging off. My horns broke.
Well,
I got nothing.
I wouldn't mind going alone.
You're not going anywhere alone down here.
Yeah, I don't think that's in the question.
Can
or the
I-
picture.
Does Emelyne seem like she's like being driven to go in? Like she seems to be. Valerie's getting a bad vibe.
Can I get an insight check from you, please, Valerie? And as with all player versus player insight checks, Emelyne, I need you to roll a deception.
Or persuasion.
Whether you're going to, you know.
Oh,
so an 11 from Valerie, a 10 from Emelyne. So I think it's not that it doesn't seem like Emelyne is being like forced to do anything, but more so Emelyne seems very
driven,
a little anxious, I would say.
Sitting still is not going to be easy for her.
You seem to be a little anxious. Are you focused on going forward? I mean, this is like the Underdark. It would be dangerous.
I am extremely anxious to figure out what's going on down here. I don't want us to go into a situation that'll put us in danger. Although, you know, I really do feel what we need could be located closer to that area. This area just seems so devoid of life. I understand that we did see the bugs, but my risk evaluation is pretty low, as of the current.
Your risk evaluation does need to take into account the fact that we are looking for creatures that almost killed us. Or the source of those creatures.
But when we were looking at the dust of the ground, that set of footprints, I mean, there weren't many, and they weren't coming and going. This doesn't seem to be a common track for them.
I would presume that they were likely sent. Who knows? Perhaps they were targeting us, but they were launched into a relatively closed-off alley. It was, for all we know, this was just a test of their creation in a controlled environment. Could be all of them too, but I'm not suggesting we go up above. I don't think we have the time. I don't think this trail is. I mean, it would be a good idea for us to find a way out that's safer than the way we got back in. Even if we don't go for this final destination right now, it would be a good idea for us to at least collect Renatus. Potentially. But I don't think we can wait. I don't think we can wait until tomorrow.
I mean, I can definitely push on, but if we get into a fight, I'm gonna be pretty useless.
Have you used most of your spells?
Well, look at me.
May have a potion of healing. Let me just have a look.
Yeah, and I say it's not about using spells to heal, but I mean either way, we need to push on to find a safer way out than the way that we got to, because I mean I'm not looking forward to if we're coming back here, we're coming back the same way we got in, and that's going to mean, you know, does Talia lose her weapon? Do I lose my weapons? Does Cram get dissolved into just?
I can give Cram Cram my potion of healing if he'd like it.
Let's do a shot.
Naoki went down, so I would argue he would need it more.
But I don't think it's a bad idea to potentially study a little bit more, but we'd have to find a place to get that information, and we'd have to do it relatively quickly.
What's the rules on the Stone of Sending? Is it every dawn that it recharges, or
Correct.
has it been at dawn since I last used it?
It has not.
Okay. I was gonna say, because I can always send a message to get them to send Renatus down, or try to find a different way down here.
Well, Renatus is. I would not recommend Renatus coming down this way either. You think we had trouble getting through? Look how big that boy is.
Very true, but
And he would probably have it. I don't know if his sword could be damaged, but we need to find a safer way. I can send. I do not need a stone, and the stone you have is just to reach out to the professor. I can reach out to anyone. I just need to use the spell.
well, we're not all magically gifted like you, Valerie.
You're magically gifted. What are you talking about? I just happened to the
Your
spell.
whole class is about being naturally magically gifted too.
It's all gonna go.
I'm not applying any judgments on your magical ability, even though yours is.
Sounds like you are.
I'm just saying I can use the spell sending. It's a thing I can do.
Very true.
don't-
No, you could.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. That's my answer.
But
As this conversation has happened, Emelyne has wandered off a tad.
okay.
And from around a stone, you guys just hear, "Hey guys, come check this out."
Have we taken our short rest yet?
No.
Or is it going to be cut short?
I'll allow it.
Okay.
Ooh, I'll take
Okay.
that.
Roll the last of your hit dice, folks.
5 health.
Oh god, yeah.
I am fucked. For God's sake.
Oh, not
I'm
that
gonna
much.
use a second level healing word on myself.
Don't you all have potions if you need them?
2d4.
Here.
Ah, that's good.
Or does the party not have potions anymore?
I've used
I
all
have a
my
potion of
potions.
healing, but no one's taking my fucking potion of healing, so
13 plus 5.
Megan, I'm
So unless
detecting some
Naoki wants to-
hostility from you.
Andy here.
13.
Yeah, there you go.
14,
You
15,
can have
16,
potion of
17,
healing.
18. Good healing me.
How
Alright.
much is that
Now,
healing worth?
A potion of healing. 2d4 plus 2.
is that right? Is a second level healing word 244 nowadays?
It's so good now. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, they doubled the dice on all the healing spells.
He said double it, give it to the next person.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Well, I'm giving it to myself. None of you guys are getting any healing.
So is
Fuck you
Naoki?
guys.
What's Naoki looking like after the rest there?
Feels better.
I was just wondering what he looks like health wise for the bar.
So, Emelyne says, "Hey guys, check this out."
Okay, we'll deal with that later. But yeah, we'll go to see what Emelyne wants.
And as you guys round the corner, she's just hanging out in this mineshaft area.
Okay. Yeah. So, is there something particular you wanted us to look at?
I thought this was a good spot to rest.
Oh, we just finished our rest.
Hmm.
Oh.
Hmm.
We just spent
Well-
an hour talking and snacking, and you had like 4 cigarettes.
Yeah. Yeah, there's just a bunch of remains around her.
Yeah, there's a bunch of ashes next to the collapsed bodies. Oh,
We could go further down it if you guys are
I think we
Feeling
need
better.
I think we need to find an exit up. We should try to secure our exit point before. I mean, I presume that the bodies, that dwarf who was kidnapped was likely not dragged through a hole in the wall, right? So there has to be an exit shaft of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
But we need to go up, not down. Would you not think?
I could agree.
Which way are we going? Into this mine or a different way?
Is this mine north, south, east, or west of that little house that we were just in?
This mine shaft is like next to the house, because the house that you're at is like along the border of the city. It's like the side of the mountain wall, and this is kind of like collapsed. So you're on the northern part of the city, for that's where the market is, that you went down into. So, and the mine shaft kind of goes towards it runs north and south.
Right.
You don't know if this is an old one or a new one, but it does not appear to have any use recently. But then again, there's no like cobwebs or dust falling to let you know how old this is either.
Yeah.
Just
So there's no
lone
part
track.
no part of it that's like going up.
And the current view that you have of it, no.
You know, that tunnel going down only goes one way. Does it not? I don't know anything about mining.
I just wonder if it could go down and then back up or something of the sort.
I suppose they'd be following wherever the ore deposits were, or gems, or whatever. I
have
suppose
an idea.
You have an idea? Yes. Oui.
I like put the finger on my tongue and see if I feel any air.
Yeah. That's such a classic play.
Make a survival check, you silly person.
Diablo, it should feel Diablo's breath.
So you don't feel any air. You don't really have a grasp of what direction you need to go at all, like in any regard whatsoever. That's it. That's the whole sentence.
I got nothing.
I say. I could just say. Well, I mean, we can always try going down here a little bit and see what happens. What's the worst that could happen, huh?
We die.
Oh wait.
Wow,
Yeah.
you're a little grim. Sorry if I hurt your feelings earlier.
We die
We'll be
because of
okay.
exploding books.
There is.
There won't be a
something I
block in
can
a mine
do.
shaft. No, we're gonna be okay. Who puts a block in a mine shaft?
I mean,
No one does.
this was a city, not a mine shaft.
So why is it here then? Where are we?
We're
What is
We're
this?
on the outskirts.
We're in
of-
the old collapsed city.
I think that acid got in my circuits. It's
Yeah, I think one of your eyes is melted off.
is that why I can't see?
The air is
Did you
air.
have an idea? No.
The air is air.
Other
Oh.
than survival.
Actually, I could turn into a bat.
Okay. And
That'd
is
be
there
cool.
any specific benefit to turn into a bat? I don't know anything about bats either.
Echolocation. They do the
Echolocation.
thing, right?
Probably has no idea.
They live in caves.
Oh, bats are fascinating. You're missing out, Val. Basically, they do this thing. She's gonna start getting really into it. She's gonna really start getting into the bats. Okay. Very integral to the way that many ecosystems function. And in cave systems, similarly to this, they are often the dominant species.
I've heard of big fish that do things like that. They make noise to see what's happening underwater.
Yes. I'm not as familiar with those, but yes. I believe they use a similar technique, the different technology to use it.
Yes, it sounds more like song, I hear.
I think it's a great idea, Naoki.
Okay.
Right,
Turn
let's
into a-
get.
Turn into a bat, man.
He like flexes his muscles and just turns into a bat.
Is that how he wild shapes? He just flexes.
I like to imagine it's like what we do in the shadows. Bat!
Yes, that's so like.
Do you do it like a power pose as well when you're
Oh
flexing
my
the
God.
muscles?
Let me look at the
Yeah.
fucking stat block for a bat. I was a man. Now I'm a bat.
I missed her.
All right.
Oh, he's
Can you be?
he's showing love.
Okay, so I need a perception check from you, Naoki.
Oh boy, with advantage.
No.
Nice try.
What's the perception of a bat? Oh, do you not use bat? I don't know anymore. I don't know. The wild shit
Hold
works.
on. Right. Well, roll 20 just like lagged out for a second.
You just have blind sight for 60 feet. Is what that gives you.
That
What'd you
this
get?
is doing nothing. Because my roll 20 is freaking out. Perception.
Okay, so 17. As you kind of are using your echolocation to look further into the cave, you get the sense that there are two large figures up ahead.
Can I say this or do I just have to squeak?
You have the stats of a bat right now.
Just hear horrible sounds.
There's a specific druid like feature or whatever where they're able to communicate while in wild shape.
And in higher levels,
At
higher
higher
levels,
levels.
you can turn into creatures that can talk too, like just naturally,
How
like
did
dragons.
Astra communicate as a spider?
We both, Aspen and Astra both took the telepathic feat.
Yeah,
There it is. There's that one.
yeah. And you can't cast spells. Oh, so you're just like.
Spy mode.
Does anybody speak bat or?
I mean, you can drop the wild shape.
Then that wastes my wild shape.
It would. In fact,
No
let
one-
me give everybody a visual.
Oh no!
You're noticing as you're walking along this line shot, these this red material begins to like be on the ground. Like it's like a number of red vines, red and black vines, kind of like growing across the ground.
Each vine is like 6 seconds long.
Can't see.
I was gonna say I can't see anything. It's just darkness.
I'm
It's
trying to,
black.
I'm blind.
I'm trying to
You see
find my
your token,
character.
though?
No.
No. I just see jump gate.
Oh no.
Is it because I don't have dark vision?
Emelyne should have a light source though.
It's just darkness.
I can see fine.
Oh, I should be able to see. Why can't I see?
Oh,
There we go.
Blind. I'm blind.
But just like how much of a like
Oh.
chill dude
Nice.
Naoki's freaking character art is.
He's just a chill guy.
He's just like, I'm just here to have a good time.
Y'all can
Look
see
at this.
Valor. Can you see?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I see everything. I don't actually see
Make sure
everything.
you zoom all the way out before you say you can't see.
I'm
You see-
zoomed all the way out and I can't see
You
anything.
cannot see your token at all.
No. I'm just blind. I'll stay blind. I've got no dark vision.
You should be able to see your. You should be able to see your token. Hold on.
Nope.
All right. I think you might need to refresh your page.
I did. I'll do it again, but... Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh
You need to
no.
reformat your hard
Oh!
drive.
Oh, something's popped up. Oh. Oh.
Does your dragon have dark vision?
Vegan.
I don't know, but I should find out. Alright, let me just refresh it one more time.
One more time.
There we go. Finally. Jesus, took like 5 refreshes.
So, there are 2 large figures. One is here. One is here.
Sure. Where?
I don't know where that is.
Yeah. We didn't see it. It doesn't matter. We don't see them anyways.
Just one step at a time then? Is Naoki
I'll
still
drop the
around?
wild shape.
Oh, okay.
I've got to assume that we should probably follow the twin tracks.
I would think so, yeah.
I did sense two things, very big things, on down the ways. The path splits in 2.
Okay.
Okay. We should try to be as quiet as we can, then.
Stealthy.
Do we want to try ambush these things?
Well,
Yes. We should kill whatever we find.
But what if they're nice?
They're probably made of acid.
what if it's an
They
apple?
seem a little big for a nice thing.
Well,
Yeah, they could be half
I-
giants.
I just think maybe we should get a visual before we shoot. That's all.
Come on, Batman. Fly.
Off we go.
Ba-da-da-da-da.
Do I need to make any, like, stealth rolls or anything, DM?
Sure.
Group stealth check.
I'm
Can I
seeing
get
double.
A stealth check as y'all move along the twin tracks.
Oh no.
That honestly, that tracks.
Oh god, I flopped.
oh my god. This
It wasn't a natural one though.
Y'all are doing so good right now.
Valerie's doing great. What do you mean?
We must be the least stealthy group in, like, existence.
I have an 18, guys. I'm fine.
You may all start moving your tokens.
Fine.
Yeah, but everyone else is just like, hey, Valerie, catch up. Why are you moving so slow?
I was going to say, I can't see my token anymore. Oh, there we go.
Technical difficulties.
You have to stay in the light.
Stay in the light.
Just not letting
As-
you.
As we're going, can I, like, watch the ground and just kind of watch ahead for any kind of movement, any kind of
Everybody
traps?
stop there!
No!
Couldn't move at all.
Oh,
I can't see.
At this exact moment, you begin to hear something running at you. And what happens next is a story for another
for
time.
right now.
Oh no!
Dun, dun, dun.
It's a new party pet. It's a silly little dog with 2 heads.
Oh, yeah.
So everybody, that will be tonight's session of Prestige Encounters after a 1-month hiatus. Wow, has it been a day? And let me just say, we're like 1 week into the new year, and it's already been a whole freaking week. Like, it's already a year. So thank you so much for taking a break from reality as we enter a super non-stressful reality in a world that I created that is like all rainbows and sunshine and nothing scary or spooky at all that happens here, right? Right. If you say otherwise, you die.
Poopy.
So, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and pass them over to Jeremiah, who plays Diablo. Our Tiefling monk.
Yeah, so wonderful first session back after not playing since last year, which is crazy. I can't believe we haven't played since last year, guys. But yeah, wonderful little bit of role play. We got to talk to the police, kinda, about our witness statement, and we got some beautiful, not gross descriptions of us squashing bugs and eating them as we crawled through a cave, found some dead bodies, found maggots, or as Chloe said, protein confetti. And we asked some philosophical questions like the Cram of Theseus and everything like that. So I can't wait to see where this goes from here. And meet that definitely lovely little dog party pet that's running towards us, and definitely nothing else. And with that, I'll pass it over to Guy, who plays Val.
Oh my gosh, sorry, it's really weird you passing it on to me. Thank you very much. So happy 2025, everyone. If you get your vibe of creepiness and maggots and whatever was happening in chat today, big thank you to chat for really chatting it up today and maybe getting us demonetized. But yeah, great session. Wonderful always playing in this world, created by Michael. I'm honestly sad that we missed, it's been 3 weeks without this, because all of those wonderful energies that go into my body from playing this on Wednesdays just weren't there, and got my little D&D vibe check back. So we're gonna have a good time. Everyone except for the person I'm passing it on to is Josh, who plays Kramgaku, otherwise known as Curiosity Killed the Robot.
What the hell, man? You just hating. Look, I just want cool little deafening moments, but instead I just get acid to the face and fucking, I don't even know, death. Poor Cram, man. He's gonna die. But no, I don't really have anything to say.
Hey, I just want to say that your last character literally became a god. So can you sit back, enjoy some fish and chips, and shut the hell up? Thank you.
So why can't you come save this character?
He didn't want to become a god.
He didn't. I didn't get a choice. I did get a choice. I messed up. I chose wrong. Anyway, what was I saying? I don't know. Good session. Good fun today. Good. Glad to be back. Missed it. With that, I'll pass it on to our weird and wonderful Emelyne, played by Chloe.
I had a ton of fun. No complaints. I would say bon appetit. Would definitely try again on the Rust Beetles. I have a different opinion than everyone here, I believe. I think things are going to be fine. I think everything's going to go great. I think we're going to get all the answers we need with no, conflict. Okay, guys? I think we're going to rock this shit next session. That's my opinion. And with that, I'm just going to go ahead and pass over to Isaac, who plays Naoki.
Oh, it was a wonderful session. Happy 2025. It was very fun being a bat for a bit and having that little fun. And then also just dying to Cram's mistake. I can't wait to see what... Can't wait to see what next session has in store for us, but with that, I'll throw it over to Talia, who's played by Megan.
I don't even think I have any words how I felt today. My fucking sword. It was like talking to a wall. Like someone just needed to take the health potions, man. Just... Honestly, it was This session has been very frustrating for my character, to be honest. And the bugs, and the little holes, and just the tight spaces. Everything today felt very targeted. And you all need to stop opening books, man. You all need to wait. Be patient before you open something you have not seen before. That is all I'm going to say, so I'm just going to pass it back.
Thank you so much, Megan. Thank you to everyone who was for tonight's session.
And mostly because we didn't get to say this during the session earlier, during last year, happy holidays from the land of candy here in the Feywild, from your very favorite Wonkers, you know, man. He's a pretty cool guy. He's just a chill guy. Raccoon.
Who the hell is this?
Kitty.
We missed Bistle, right?
We missed Bizdle, so Wonkers didn't get to come say happy holidays as he does every year, spreading Bizdle cheer from family to family. And thank you to everyone for coming to tonight's session and watching. We love y'all lots. If you have not joined our Discord, that is the best way to stay in contact with us here at Lich Souls Gaming. Play video games with us. You know, it's a great time. We do all sorts of things. We also run one-shots throughout the year for people to come play as well.
Yeah,
and
some of us got here through the one-shots.
Yeah, exactly. So,
yeah.
You know, I have nothing else to say other than thank you so much for watching. Until next week, bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.